At times in my life when it seemed that everything around me was draining my energy, making art was something that gave energy back. Whether it was putting a paintbrush on the canvas, a pen on paper, or stepping onto stage, all of these things helped me tap into the creator within me. And knowing that I had a tool that could help me move from anxiety-ridden, chronically stressed, and incredibly sad to feeling alive and inspired has pulled me through so many difficult moments and has given me a multitude of reasons to want to continue living. Because making art has given me so much, I feel very passionate about empowering others to dive into their own creative journey. In this video, I'll be sharing my oil painting process with you as I move through emotions so you can see some of the ways that art can aid in the healing and just the human being process. This is only my third oil painting that I've ever done, and it's the first oil painting that I've actually done with the correct oils, so in some ways I consider it my first. This is also my first painting with earth-based pigments, which I am super excited about. One of my favorite things to paint is the human body. Its shapes and colors are so rich, complex, and always changing. Painting the human body is one of the ways that making art has helped me grow. Sometimes I choose to paint as a form of self-love, and as I paint, I often encounter those pesky negative thoughts about myself. But as long as I continue, I will start to see what I actually look like, and it's quite beautiful. One of the basics of learning to paint or draw is the knowledge that how our minds perceive the world around us is much different than what those objects actually are. And to create an accurate depiction of the human body, you must get really, really good at being an observer, at seeing things as they actually are. And through this deep observation, I can almost guarantee that you will start to see the beauty in your own form and in the forms of others. In addition to painting the human body, I also really love painting my emotions, and so in this oil painting, I'm doing both. I started this painting with acrylics just to get the basic shapes, and then I painted most of it with my new earth-based paints from Natural Earth Paints based out of Ashland, Oregon. I'll place a link in the description if you would like to check them out. I am really happy with the quality and with the joy of the process of painting with these paints. Mixing my own paints was a learning process, but it was also so much fun. I love how I had to slow down to really prepare myself to paint. And this brings me to another point of healing, which is being patient with the process. When it comes to painting, there is almost always a messy middle where I start to question my worth and my ability as an artist. I realize now that this is because I am constantly pushing a growing edge and constantly challenging myself to do things that I don't yet know how to do. And knowing that I'm pushing my edges makes it easier to relax into the mess, knowing that I'll find my way through and I'll learn a lot in the process. This philosophy of being patient with the process has also transferred over into my approach to life at large. Painting with oils is quite different from acrylics, so it did take some getting used to, but it was also really refreshing for me to be able to work with the paints for a longer period of time on the canvas. I'm a huge fan of blending and the soft look that oils provide, and knowing that these paints came from the earth's natural pigments also added a really grounding element quite literally to the painting process. I felt the spirit of the earth present with me as I painted. The background of this painting is largely inspired by an abstract that I did recently, which you can sort of see peeking out there in the top left corner of the screen. And this place for me is a place of immense love and immense forgiveness, really, and connection. And so I wanted to bring that into the energy of this painting as well. My heart has been feeling very tender lately, as if it's existing outside of my chest. I'm trying to be gentle with myself through these moments of tenderness. As I hold myself gently, I feel my heart tangled, this tangled mess, and though these feelings are really challenging to hold, I also feel my own light exuding from within, holding both a struggling heart and an immense love for myself. As I continued to paint, I actually felt those tangles around my heart loosen. And so you might notice that I actually painted over some of the cords that were around my heart so that I could see more of the heart itself showing, more of the heart itself exposed. And I just love how painting offers me this space to not only process these really complex emotions, but to actually change them in the process of observing them. I wasn't happy with the brown at the bottom, so naturally I decided to add more of it. Perhaps it was the spirit of the earth speaking through the paints that reminded me of the healing power of nature, how Mama Earth will hold me too in these tenderest of moments, and so I wanted to represent that in this painting. creativity is such a place of play and experimentation for me. Wherever there is joy and play, there is healing. So if I could give one piece of advice to those who want to harness the power of creativity, it would be to follow the joy. Follow what makes you feel good. I really hope you enjoyed watching my painting process. Art is such a beautiful tool for knowing ourselves and processing emotions in a way that adds more beauty to the world. Personally, I have struggled to process my emotions with others, whether it's the interference or projections of their personal realities, not being able to clearly articulate what I feel in words, a lack of understanding, or just not liking their advice. Getting other people involved often made things feel messier rather than clearer. Sometimes I also saw the difficult truth that the heavy things that I was experiencing weighed heavily on the hearts of others, on the hearts of those who loved me. But a blank canvas is a non-judgmental space where I can express without further complicating my situation and without needing to change my situation, without weighing on the hearts of those around me. There is so much that I could say about the wonderful influence that art has had on my life, but I'll leave you with this for today. I hope that you always know that creativity is there to support you. And if you would like to connect with your creativity, to find and express your unique voice with the world, and you'd like some support in that process, I am here for you. You can follow the link in the description to explore my offerings and book a discovery call with me. Until next time, I am sending you so much love and so many blessings.